I was pretty pro-adoption very early on. Terry, I think, favored giving birth. Her sister adopted a baby, and when she experienced that, I think she was sold.
We had no problem having our son, and we ran into quite a few complications and have gone through years of treatments. It got to the point where we ran out of choices.
A lot of people, they can have babies like us, you know.
Yeah, we've been married for 60 years. I mean, we
were happy, but having one kid probably is
gonna complete our happiness. Oh, and I like the babies very much. So.
Okay. We moved into this house and it was kind of big, and we started thinking maybe children, you know, running around, be nice, you know.
We can try so we can adopt a baby ourselves, just one.
We needed to have around $20,000
to start
the paperwork. We were surprised, like, oh, I mean, like, that's a lot of money to adopt a baby.
People ask Maya, "You don't have two moms, it's impossible." Maya goes, "No, I have two moms." And they go, "Well, you can't." She goes, "Well, I do."
To adopt a baby in this country seems very competitive. We had just heard some heartbreaking stories about how long it takes,
and the
just sort of the whole competitive nature where it's almost a popularity contest to be selected as the parents. We didn't really want to put ourselves through that.
The most beautiful girl in the world, from Germany, Marley Smith.
I had a man got mad at me because he didn't like the way I was entering an elevator. You know, he started yelling at me in Russia. I mean, I kind of thought it was a little humorous. It's hard because in the United States, you know, we all have so many rights. I mean, that's what being an American is all about. But in the adoption process, it gets very difficult because sometimes I think the rights of the birth parents get in the way of really finding the best place for the child. And that's why a lot of people leave the United States.
It was frustrating being so far away from where the action's going on. You're relying on somebody else that you don't know that's in a foreign country trying to do business for you.
Adoption is kind of probably complicated for us. I mean, I know we make enough money to pay the expenses of the baby once we have it, but from the beginning it's hard. I mean, just to get it is the hard part. We want to adopt a baby, not buy a baby. So we just.
That's how we feel. I mean,
so
I don't know, maybe we. It was.
We just stopped.
We gave up the idea.
Yeah,
that's it.
We gave up for
a while.
For a while. So.
When we learned about Guatemala, we could not be an out couple there. If we wanted this adoption to go through, I was assuming the role of a heterosexual straight woman, and Terry was merely, you know, my traveling companion or my friend. I don't know of any countries or any international adoptions that, you know, openly allow adoptions to gay and lesbian couples or gay and lesbian single parents.
We went through quite a few months of disappointment with the number of different kids and sets of kids. Every time, as soon as you look at a little picture of a kid, you fall in love with the kids, and then you go through the disappointment of, now we can't go get these kids.
If we got medical information, we'd send it up to University of Washington. They diagnosed her with cerebral palsy.
And we waited and waited, and we got a referral for her, and all we had was a picture from her when she was 6 months old, and it was a horrible picture. I mean, it was grainy, hard to see. And my husband said, "I think she's the one we're going to go." We had no information whatsoever, and I was like, wait a minute, that might be a big risk. He's like, "I know it's going to work out."
Why did he take that risk?
I don't know. He just fell in love with her picture. I have no idea. So it was total leap of faith.
You really have to make a commitment as soon as you decide to be parents, is that you have to be completely out. Because there's nothing worse than if you're out in public with your child and somebody asks the question about your child's parents or the other parent, and if you're not comfortable and confident, because there's nothing, you don't want to have some kind of shame or embarrassment in front of your child. That's no way, to teach your child to be proud of their family.
We were told to not walk on the streets. We were told to stay in our hotel, and we were only allowed in one restaurant. They told us not to speak unless we were in the confines of the orphanage, because they are not very open to foreigners. It's very obvious that we're there to adopt, and it's very obvious that we're Americans. When we were in the airport, somebody tried to take her from me. They didn't feel like I had bundled her up properly. I had too much of her face showing, and I didn't have her scarf on right, and it was just complete disapproval.
Our adopted child, her name is Maya, and she will be 8 in May. Would you like to meet her? Maya! Come here!
Come here, please. What do you think about having 2 moms, Maya?
Yeah, what do you think?
I like it.
What's your favorite part about having 2 moms?
I get spoiled because I'm the only child.
Do kids ever tease you or anything about having 2 moms?
No.
No?
Did they ever say anything about it at all?
Mm-mm.
Did they ever ask you questions about it?
Yeah.
And then what do you say?
I say that it's fun.
And that you're lucky? Well, she talked on camera. That's a shock.
Stayed overnight in Moscow for one night, and then we got on a train, and we went, it's a 15-hour train ride to Kirov, which is where she's from. It's about 500 miles northeast of Moscow. Then we're put in this room, and then the door opens, and all these kids come in, and they know whose kid is going to who. And you just have this little girl who comes running towards you, and you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, here she is. This is Julia Bates. Actually, her name is Catherine Julia Bates. Her Russian name was Yulia. There was quite a few new things. Bath times are very hard for kids from orphanages. Bathing is not a positive experience in the orphanage. They kind of scrub them with cold water. The grass. She'd never seen grass before. She panicked the first time she touched grass. It took her about a month and a half to stop completely closing her eyes and covering her face every time she went to a window where the sunlight was coming through. So she had things that she was scared of and getting used to, but other than that, she got into her routine really well. I mean, she completely bonded with my husband and I very quickly, and she's very affectionate. She's actually adjusted quite well.
Last Thanksgiving we decided to go to Mexico since my husband likes to go fishing. We were there in the morning, we make fire, we were drinking a cup of coffee. This couple, they pass by and they say hi, and she said that if we ever thought about having kids, and I go, well, once, but that's okay. And she said, no, because I know somebody, I know this girl that she's gonna have a baby, but she wants to give it to me. Give the baby.
She said, yeah.
Give the baby.
There was something that unexpected, so we wasn't
like
really believe that we're gonna have the baby.
It was like a dream come true.
Yeah, like oh boy, you know.
There's something happened.
We called the girl and she said yes, we will take care of you, you know, your pregnancy and everything else, you know, all the expenses, and she just tell us when the baby is due, and so we can be there, and also we want to talk to the doctor, you know, to make sure that everything is okay and it's true. So as soon as the baby was born, it was like time to come home. We feel lucky that we didn't have to go through the
adoption system.
The mother just wanted to make it easy for us, so that made it easy for everybody. I mean, for her, for us,
and of course to bring the baby easily for us to the United States.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Okay, are you ready to sing now? The more we get
together,
the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together,
the happier we'll